this coffee, tapping in with a quick live, man, because I just wanted to say some things. Hopefully, some people out there tap into this, maybe pop in on the live or catch this thing on a replay. Make sure to subscribe, like the video. You know what I mean? It's all about talking with people over here, right? I've been saying that from Jump Street when I came on. JayCoffeeTalk is just coffee talking it up, debating, discussing issues. You know what I mean? Because I can agree to disagree. And I feel like in the wake of this Charlie Kirk dude's death, right? It's like people need to wake up, man. Common sense needs to prevail. People need to understand, like, they, people can disagree on things and like talk about things. Or this doesn't have to be this overarching hate, this mob mentality that we see with the political shit going back and forth. And things are just so ludicrous now, right? Lies about different things and going off bullshit news narratives and such. And it's just bonkers to me, man. Like, I'm gonna pull up a post in a moment that I seen going off just now. And it's like there's so many people that do this shit in this political world. I always speak about it with the news narratives and such. There's people that are like, hey, I can just get on and talk about things to the extreme. Like, take something and take it to the extreme and put lies and shit on it and get people in an outrage and just go back and forth and create this ongoing drama. And it's like, that's pretty much like the news today. And I don't know if you guys seen with the Charlie Kirk dude, right? I didn't really follow him like that, but I saw something that he was speaking about recently with this, I forget the woman's name. I can't even recall, right? But they were talking about that Ukrainian woman who got killed on the bus by the DeCarlos Brown dude, right? And is it actually true that people were saying, like, some of the shit he was saying, that they were saying like people should feel bad for the DeCarlos Brown dude? I can't even believe that that could actually be true. But if it is, that's the type of shit that I mean, that people got to wake up and just use common sense and be like, yo, that dude's fucked up. He killed this woman. It's twisted. He's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, plain and simple. But it gets turned into this like extreme thing where it's like, yo, the whole world, all this liberal and left and right and fucking Democrats and Republicans and shit, and like people just arguing about it all, and it turns into this like mob mentality war going on. And it's wild. Like, I don't think anyone actually would ever think that anyone feels bad for that dude. He's foul as fuck for that. And then the whole bail reform, it's like anything else is designed to help, because there was a lot of situations where people that can't afford bail could get arrested on a bullshit case that they didn't do, right? A petty misdemeanor. And because they can't post bail, they lose their job. They sit in jail. They end up pleading guilty, something to take a deal to get out on probation and whatnot, right? That's what it was created for, to allow people to just be released. You know what I mean? And as long as they show up to their court dates, they're good to go, right? But if someone is, as I don't even know if this is true or not, there's all these narratives like, yo, that dude was out on pre-trial release, like 5 different cases. Well, then that shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? It's like things always go to the extreme. Like, the bail reform shit is good, but if people are getting appearance tickets for court and booked and released with 5 pending cases, I mean, maybe they should have to post a bail, especially if it's violent crimes. But instead, people are just creating this like these just extreme narratives where things go to the extreme, either one way or the other. And then everyone's like getting caught up in this hype, and that's all they talk about in their spare time. And it's just bonkers, man. Like, something that I wanted to pull up to show y'all that blew my mind a little bit. Let me pull this up. Right here. I see there's some people in here, guys. Hit the like for me, man. Like this. Do you see this shit? This Julie or Lauren Chen lady. This is in the wake of Charlie Kirk, his death. She's talking about Derek Chauvin is in prison for murder. despite using an approved restraint. That's not true. It was an approved restraint method. Like, you know what I mean? Everything's getting turned into this mob-like mentality. Like, it's just not facts. Like, it's just not real. People need to wake up and have common sense. Like, Derek Chauvin should be in jail. You know what I mean? Even if people didn't like George Floyd and they think he was a drug addict, which he had drugs in his system, he wasn't living righteously and all that, he didn't deserve to get killed. And that's what happened. All this shit is full of lies. And this is what we're seeing in the news. People are running off of lies and putting all these crazy political things and stuff like this. They're making it like the Carlos we're even for George now. Like this shit's crazy, man. And regular logical people don't feel this way. This is a result of like memery and lies and this political shit that just gets pushed in the news and encourages people to all fight with each other. Like people just have to wake up and have common sense, man. Like Derek Chauvin is a piece of shit, murdering bastard. He should be in jail. And the Carlos Brown dude is foul. He murdered that girl on the bus. Like it don't matter what political party you back or if you're on the left or right or what race you are. If you're a logical thinking, individual with some common sense, you can see through all the bullshit, man. You know what I mean? And like, look, someone talking about needs a presidential pardon. Are you kidding? And George Floyd wasn't the first time and wouldn't have been the last had he still been free. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the comments are popping up right now. And then this people talking about Black Lives Matter and stuff. Anytime there's causes out there, causes get hijacked by bullshit. You know what I mean? People at COINTELPRO shit is the powers be playing games and trying to infiltrate things and ruin them. But right here, someone says knee on the neck is not an approved restraint method in any combat sport. It's not. Right here, too. Tell that maneuver used by Derek Chauvin on George Floyd, pressing a knee into Floyd's neck for nearly 9 minutes while Floyd was prone, handcuffed, and no longer resisting, was not authorized under Minneapolis Police Department. And people came on the stand, that's what it says, and testified to that. But here we got people putting out these lies and saying, oh, it was, and the jury just convicted him. Like, wake up, that would never happen. You know what I mean? Like, well, what the fuck are people talking about? Right here, no approved restraining nonsense. As a police officer, he has a duty to look after the safety of the public. When a man is repeatedly saying, I can't breathe, as a police officer, as a human being, he should have looked into it. He has no place in society. Facts. Keep him in jail. Like, this is what I'm saying. The nonsense has to stop. People have to have enough smarts, and people got to realize, like, all this political nonsense and shit, that shit that I don't trust none of these politicians, because at the end of the day, everything in the US of A is all about money, right? It's all about revenue. It's a capitalistic society. If you ain't got money, you ain't got shit. And people will go beyond anything to create a revenue stream. And that's what's going on with this news shit and these people debating is they're like, man, we can just create two different sides and create all kinds of hostility in the middle and get people outraged, and then just run content on it all day and get sponsorships and go on tours and all this. And at the end of the day, though, there's people in society that don't have enough common sense, or I don't even want to say that and call people stupid, just like fall for the okie doke and get caught up in all this shit. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people just want to be involved in some shit or be involved in the whole situation or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but if is that shit what Charlie Kirk was talking about, that there was narratives out there saying people should feel bad for the DeCarlos Brown dude. Like, I can't find that to be true, but if it was, it's obviously nonsense. That's all I'm saying, man. Like, stop getting caught up in all this bullshit to the point that it's taken over people's lives. You know what I mean? Like it's absolutely straight bullshit. Let me check the comments and see what people are talking about. Everyone, please hit the like for me, guys. Let me know what you think. So, because I don't think they're working right. So hold on 1 second. Okay, so we do have some comments. Let's see. Eva, hi Scotty. Cash rules everything around me. Coffee, yeah. Brody. Oh, damn, y'all are the only ones that commented. Nah, that's cool. I don't mean it like that. I'm just surprised. We had some people in here. No one's hitting the like, Utah in the news. What happened in, oh, obviously that's where he got killed at. But do you guys know what I'm talking about with all this shit with the right and the left and all that? Like, I'm so sick of, it's like, yo, anyone who's got some smarts, some common sense can see, like, this isn't a made up war. This is a made up war, and we just see it all the time. In people in the news, and I'm not saying all, like major media, definitely they got their sides they're tied to or whatever. But at the top, there's people pulling the strings, and it's just so ludicrous. You know what I mean? I'm just about sick of the bullshit. Like I seen this thing about, like, I don't know, man. But the Charlie Kirk dude was one of them guys. Like I don't follow him like that, but the recent shit that I seen him talking about is like he's one of the ones that feed off people's outrage in a lot of ways. That's what it's all about. So I just wanted to tap in real quick and say that, you know what I mean? Like people talking about, look what happened to Charlie Kirk, free Derek Chauvin. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Derek Chauvin should be rotting in prison, and whoever killed Charlie Kirk should go to prison. You know what I mean? And these damn bastards creating all this hostility in society and trying to get everyone to hate each other. They should go to prison, but they don't. They get buckets of money because they figure out how to monetize shit. You know what I mean? Monetize. No, no, facts, Scotty. Absolutely. Freedom of speech is a thing. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is people, a lot of people, like just like someone who can't watch a movie and go, yo, this is a movie. It's entertaining. Let me get the entertainment value out of it. Let me see if there's a message in it that's interesting to talk about and take in. Let me see if this is reflecting on any real issues. Okay, you know what I mean? But there's some people that so get caught up in it. They're like, this is what's going on. This is all real. Oh my God, they're all like, I don't know. Do y'all feel me? It's just wild. That's what America is, right? We're free, but in so many ways, people are our minds, they ain't free in their head because they're caught up in this own shit. They can't even think for themselves anymore. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I ain't mad at no one. I ain't hating no one. You know what I mean? I'm going off people when I meet them, whatever political side they're on or whatever. Like, cool. I don't care to really get into that shit. Like, I'll speak on it a little bit or whatever, but it just takes over people's lives where it's just too crazy to me. I don't know if y'all feel that way. But like that's what I'm saying. People are flipping this thing into like, look what happened to Charlie Kirk. This is this is how Derek Chauvin got set up. Like, what the fuck are these individuals talking about? But that's what I'm saying. This whole narrative that he was talking about, that where was that? In North Carolina, where that girl got killed? Irna, how do you say her name? Because Kazarzurka or whatever, the Ukrainian girl. Like, that's foul what happened to her. That dude killed her. He should rot in prison. You know what I mean? I can't believe, like Charlie Kirk was saying, yo, look what they're doing. They're saying we need to feel bad for this guy. Did they really say that? Did anyone say that? And if someone did, I think people should have enough smarts to know that's some old bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, plain and simple. That's what happens in this. Civil war is here, Eva says. And it's like, yeah, it's because people can't spot the bullshit or think for themselves. I don't know. How are y'all doing though, man? Talk to me, man. I miss y'all. I've been going live again a bit lately, you know. Civil war is not here, lol, but it's getting heated. Well, no, I mean, I think Eva's saying it in like a metaphorical way. Like there is a war going on in a lot of ways with people. That's what I'm saying. People that get so caught up in this stuff, they hate everyone that's on the other side. You know, I'm like, yo, listen, we're all human beings. We're all trying to, you know what I'm saying, have a little fun, have enough money to pay our bills, take care of our family, live life. You know, yeah, facts, Eva. People are getting pissed. And listen, I'll get conspiratorial. That could have been some kind of play set up, you know, like, because that is a thing. Things have been declassified. We know the powers that be have done all kinds of shit from MK Ultra to other shit like the COINTELPRO shit, putting crack in the hood, all the grimy mixed sleazeball shit they done did for their own gain and for whatever they wanted to do to society. And it's like, yo, people are smarter than this. People are better than this to fall for the bullshit. But that's all I'm saying off this guy. Um, to me, and again, I don't know. I don't rock with him like that. But some of the stuff I saw recently that he was speaking about that situation, he seems like one of the cats that was like, yo, man, I'll feed off this. And like, hey, more power to him. You know what I mean? I'm sure made a ton of money doing it all. But I don't know, it's just never really been my bag, you know? Like I wouldn't say I'm left or right or Democrat or Republican, you know? I'm just a realist, man. You know, nobody's talking about, yo, that's the next video I wanted to do. Did y'all see this about this? Hold on, let me pull this up. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Is this real, this letter? Collision? What in the fuck? Hold on, y'all. This thing, the JD Vance, I covered this a while back about his tweet came back up about this. Oh no, here he is in Utah now. About the whole letter thing that Trump wrote to Epstein for his birthday that was published in a book or whatever that the Wall Street Journal put out. JD Vance, like this was being spoke about before. Trump and all them says it's a fake. I want to see what the AI says. Hold on, let's pull it up, y'all. Let's pull it up. Let's see what AI says, y'all. Let's see, guys. Man, I'm glad y'all tapped in with me, though. Man, we got all these people in here. I don't know. I want to hit the damn like for your guy. Is the letter that Wall Street Journal published from Trump to Epstein real? Let's see what I typed it wrong, but it still knew what I was saying. The authenticity of the letter Trump to Epstein, as reported by the Wall Street Journal, remains heavily disputed and cannot be definitively confirmed based on available info. Here's a breakdown of the key points surrounding the controversy. Background: on September 8, 2025, the House Oversight Committee released a letter, part of a birthday book for Epstein's 50th birthday in 2003, allegedly written by Trump. The letter, first reported by the Wall Street Journal, includes a hand-drawn outline of a woman's torso, a cryptic dialogue between Trump and Epstein, and a signature that appears to be Trump's. It was provided by Epstein's estate in response to a congressional subpoena. Trump has vehemently denied writing or signing the letter, calling it a fake thing and stating, quote, "I never wrote a picture in my life." He has also sued the Wall Street Journal and his parent company. Yeah, he was going off on Rupert Murdoch. But like, I don't know, man. I think it's real. I was always shocked how the whole Trump Epstein connection got glossed over so quick, where people are like, "Oh yeah, you know, there's pictures of them together. He was at his club. He banned him though, or whatever." Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. This whole thing, like, I feel like people were too dismissive over it all. That's another thing, like I said, that people get crazy over with all the political shit. The Trump shit. It's like either people hate him so much or fucking love him, and he could do no wrong. It's like, where's the logic, free thinking, reality based individuals? That's how it goes with this political shit. No one, people are afraid to be in the middle and take everything for what it is, man. What did he say? He is also for defamation over the reporting. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt and Deputy Chief of Staff Taylor Buttigieg have claimed the signature is not Trump's, pointing to differences between it and his current signature. Counter evidence on the signature, despite Trump's comparisons by outlets like The Times and CNN show the signature on the letter closely resembles Trump's signatures from personal letters written in the 90s and early 2000s, such as a 96 donation letter to Rudy Giuliani and the 99 thank you note to Larry King. These signatures often just Donald align more closely with the '03 letter than Trump's more recent full name signature. What's this thing too about the drawing? Trump claimed that he don't draw pictures is contradicted by evidence. He has a documented history of doodling, including sketches of buildings and cityscapes donated to charity auctions, is noted in his '08 book, Trump Never Give Up. That's what I'm saying, man. He's lying. Everyone's lying, man. I don't trust none of these fucks, man. But I just wanted to hop on here and talk about this shit with people, man, because this shit is just crazy, man. The madness has got to stop. Then y'all see that? That's a good example of all this too. Did you guys see that show on Netflix, The Madness, where they set that guy up who's like a political commentator, and they say set him up for killing the white supremacist dude? It's a really good show, and it ties into kind of what I'm speaking of here. If you guys ain't seen it, it's on Netflix. I think there's like 6 or 8 episodes, you know, and it's like, it's just kind of a conspiracy setup crime drama, I guess, that kind of is based on what I'm saying here, that people are just too caught up in this shit, man. I never heard of sober people in a crack house. So if you were on that island, you probably guilty of what occurs there. Hey, Brennan, man, what's good, man? Epstein was friends with thousands of people. His clients is the only thing that matters. Not even everyone that went to the island was a criminal. If you double tap the screen, it'll press the like button. Is that true? Because they changed this shit all up. LOL, Scotty doesn't want to know about all the Dems that actually went to the island. Did you guys see that movie about it too? That Blink Twice movie? I just can't. Guys, hit the like, y'all. Come on, man. Hit the like, subscribe. This shit is just every now and then blows my mind, man. Like when I seen some of what Kirk was talking about. Like, hold on one second, y'all. Let me pull this thing up. Like all this shit with people going back and forth. It's like, yo, the guy's dead wrong. The Carlos Brown guy is dead wrong. Whether he killed because of race or not, like, you know what I'm saying? DeCarlos Brown was arrested by police 14 times and let go by progressives under your administration. This is the problem too with this shit. Like I said, the bail reform thing is good, but if you know what I mean, so you're not locked up facing some petty ass case that you couldn't post bail, so your whole life falls apart. But if you're continually locked up and have violent cases and shit like that, then you should have the post bail. That's the way things always go though. Like something could use some tweaking and fixing, like with mental health, right? Mental health used to not really be recognized. Well, then it gets too recognized where everything's excused. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. People just gotta wake up and you know, take everything for what it is. But all this arguing shit is just crazy. For Charlie Kirk, setting politics aside, I hope that Carlos Brown Jr. finds the support he needs for his kids' sake. They shouldn't have to carry his burden. I mean, he should just rot in prison. What is this?
This whole situation.
Yeah, what?
The material, feel like the material using my body is that.
So he claims that there is a man-made material or some type of microchip in his body that made him commit the murder.
This is the shit a lot of tweakers say, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, just because someone has a mental health problem, it don't excuse you to be a foul, fucked up person. You know what I mean?
Which he was actually arrested for back in January for claiming the same thing. They said Brown was arrested for the misuse of the 911 system, claiming that there was a man-made material in his body that controlled his eating, walking, and talking.
This dude should have been in the nut house, clearly.
Remember in part one where I showed you all that evidence and how the CIA could be behind this because they have stuff like Operation Mockingbird? Where's documented evidence where they work with the mainstream media to shape public opinion? Well, that's just the beginning. Can anybody...
That's what I'm saying. That's why everyone just has to think for themselves, man, and spot the bullshit. And you know what I mean? Instead of everyone just wanting to fight with each other. I don't get it.
Tell me why the same thing happened back in 2017, where a shooter went to the Fort Lauderdale airport, killed 5 people, and said the government was controlling his mind. And this was done by Iraq War veteran Esteban Santiago Ruiz, who's now sitting in prison for life. Gets even weirder. So they said the shooting lasted about 70 to 80 seconds. They said he purchased the gun legally and the gun was in his checked luggage. After the shooting, though, he just laid down on the floor. What? It's also noted that just like DeCarlos, he went to the authorities way before the attack to notify him that he was being controlled and hearing voices and something or someone was controlling his actions.
Yo, they never want to listen when people, you know how many times like there's people that confess to shit and they don't want to listen to them? It's wild.
It gets even weirder because I got this message from someone on the ground doing their own investigation. They said, hey, I saw your video on the Ukrainian girl murder being a psyop. I'm part of the Ukrainian diaspora and I reached out to the family so I can rally the community for support. What seemed like a simple act on my part led me down a number of dead ends. I called the police department, got bounced around, and in the end, I couldn't confirm that this even happened. I spoke with the funeral home. There was no burial and a GoFundMe that was requesting $150K. Her Instagram looks like a fake account. I'm not sure any of it even happened. The entire thing may be staged as one big psyop. Now, I can't confirm nor deny any of that information, but it is interesting that this picture of her in her room has a Black Lives Matter poster. I don't know if this is before or after she came to the U.S., but it would be kind of weird since she came to the U.S. in 2022 and you have something years removed from BLM. But all in all, it just seems like they want a part 2 of BLM. I mean, isn't it weird that everything this year is supercharged with racial issues? You have Austin Metcalf, you have Cracker Barrel, you have Shannon Sharp with the OnlyFans girl, and now this. Are we seeing a pattern?
How is the Shannon Sharp OnlyFans girl thing a racial thing? I mean, obviously he's a black dude and she's white, but is it like, you know what I mean? Just because there's different races of people in one issue doesn't mean it has to be a racial thing. You know what I mean?
Yet, make sure you guys get into my Telegram, link in bio. I'm going to drop more information on this, but let me know what you guys think below.
So, I don't know. Let me see what y'all are talking about, man. I just wanted to come on here and chop it up with you guys. healthy person has ever died from a knee. See, I heavily disagree with you on that one, Brenneman. That was, to me, cold, calculated murder. Like, that dude was using drugs. Yo, I can't breathe. He's rolling. That's the thing that I just pulled up. Like, there's all these posts like, that's an approved restraint. Like, no, it's not. People even came in and testified to that. You know what I mean? Like, Chauvin was a piece of shit, man. Let's see. No, that video wasn't what I was trying to pull up. I was trying to pull up what Charlie Kirk was saying about it all, though, where he, like, the shit where he was talking about how, like, the news is saying, like, DeCarlos Brown is a victim or something, and I was saying, like, clearly anyone with any logic thought would know that that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, dude murdered a girl brutally. He's foul for that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just this shit where, like, people blindly follow things without thinking on it. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I wasn't co-signing what that video said at all. But yeah, nah, bro, that knee, that was murder. I heavily, like, but again, that's my whole thing is, like, we can agree to disagree. You know what I mean? Like, just because we got different views on it, like, we ain't got to cuss each other out and hate each other. That's my whole thing. But that's what all this news shit is based on. And a lot of these, you know, big people that speak on things, they just play off that and go to the extreme totally on one side. Like I was just saying, like, for instance, with Trump, people either love Trump, right? Don't want to, like, either just totally hate him and everything he does is foul and fucked up, or love him and can't point out anything wrong he does. He could do no wrong. That's the same shit that happens with every topic, and then people go to the total other side of the spectrum on it, and then someone's on the other, and then people just follow that, and it, like, reverberates out into society where people fucking hate each other, and it's all just a big game at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I heavily disagree with that, Brenneman. A lot of things happen behind that, but to me, that was that man was guilty. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I see what you're saying, your point of view on it, but you know what I mean? Dude was a foul, power drunk. Like, I see them type of cops all the time. That you know what I mean? The dude had all kinds of situations against him, beating on kids, all kinds of shit, man. I hope he fucking rots and never gets out. Like, I don't buy that. Like, oh, he was high and he just happened to die right at the moment that dude was fucking choking him out. But, like, that's the big thing. Flops. Charlie Kirk loved that episode. South Park about Charlie. Oh man, I never seen that. Yo, I love South Park's commentary on stuff. See, that's funny. South Park's something I can get behind. The way they make fun of shit and anyone can get it. I love that. Gucci flip flops. I'm glad you brought that up. I can't breathe. Literally every criminal says that now. He had lethal drugs in his system. I didn't see that. I know he definitely had drugs in his system, but I don't know. I don't buy that he OD'd right then and there. And if that's the case, why wouldn't he hit him with Narcan or something? Why would he just sit there rolling his knee on his neck? No one did, only people surrounding him. The idea that you think a federal operation would keep a list to incriminate their people is crazy. But man, it's good to chop it with y'all, man. You guys never feel like that? Were the 27 people killed in the Summer of Love given gold caskets, the riots in Floyd's honor? I'm not exactly sure what you're saying there, but no, I don't support riots or nothing either. I get why people riot though, you know what I mean? But a lot of that shit too is people wanting to be out there and those causes get hijacked or whatever. That's what I'm saying is like shit just goes so far every now and then where it's like I just don't see like people get caught up in the hype too much and it's like that like that's why I always just like to talk about things, you know what I mean? But that's again like my whole idea is like, hey, let's agree to disagree if necessary. We ain't gotta hate each other. But man, I gotta see. Yeah, no, that is facts that they did work at that club together. There's actually a dude on YouTube too. You guys know that crazy Nick dude? He had like a prison channel. I think he's still around. He changed the name of his channel. He actually worked there with them. Like that's facts. That's facts. They definitely did work. That whole story about them working at a bar together is true. But man, I didn't even know the South Park did a Charlie Kirk episode. Gucci flip flops. I gotta go tap into that. If it's off now, I bet you we could still probably find it online, right? I gotta tap into that ASAP. But listen, y'all. In that show too, The Madness. Have you guys watched that on Netflix? If you haven't, please go watch it and come back and chop it up with me about it. It's like an interesting story about what I'm talking about all this, political commentary and the news cycle running wild with these takes and wanting people to drink the Kool-Aid and, not think for themselves. And there's a whole big setup that goes all the way up the food chain. It's really interesting. Did he? Man, I gotta watch it. So it seems like then he was a cool dude that he could laugh at someone, you know what I'm saying? Laughing at him. So I can get with that. No question. But yeah, guys, let me run. I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit. I'm gonna try to get a live going tonight. I'm really trying to get back to doing it more often, but life's still been a mess in so many ways, man. We got a family member that just slowly killing themselves and won't stop. You know what I mean? It's a cold mess out here and a lot of other shit. So see, that's cool. I can get with that he can laugh at someone laughing at him. The left-wing party is now a communist party. Blue dog Democrats no longer exist. Liberals no longer exist in power. But yeah, guys, let me end this thing, and hopefully I can get with you guys a little later if you guys are up. See, I gotta get back to these lives like I always keep saying. But peace and God bless. Yeah, no, good talk to you as well, man. I miss it, man. I miss like the past 2 years, I've just lost my focus. Like even when I come on here, there was so much other things that I wanted to say in certain ways, but it just don't flow like that. You know what I mean? Like life has just been too stressful. It's craziness. It is truly madness in a lot of ways. Shit. Yo, what time does FedEx close? Do you guys know? I gotta run to FedEx. Fuck. But yeah, peace and blessings, guys. Good to talk to all of you. Peace and love, guys.